3 weeks have passed and I still have no Titan, but I want a Titan. There's only one way I will get a Titan, by actually getting one. Am I slowly losing my sanity over this? Yes. Is this bad? Yes, but progress is progress, as they say. And this is coming along quite handily. So let's get right into what I actually did this week and just go ahead and get right into it. But playing EVE alone sucks. So if you want to take part in an awesome community, fly fun ships, make something ISK, and have genuinely a good time with constantly people around you to hang out with. So come and join Suspect today and fight under the banner of our great supreme leader, me. So come and join our Discord today. Anyway, on with the video. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Titan Farming Man I41. Today I'm here with another update on this project, which is slowly chipping away at my sanity. You might wonder, why is this week 3? Shouldn't you already be on week 4? Well, truth is, I should, but mining for hours every day for 3 weeks straight is a very dull activity. So after considering that I could spend all this time going outside, starting a family, getting a job, doing anything life-changing really, I decided to go ahead and go fishing in another video game that isn't even focused on fishing. Hey, don't judge me, you click on this video where I'm essentially just mining rocks to build a Titan and you expect me to do something useful? You were heavily mistaken when you made that choice. This is an update for week 3 because week 4 didn't happen yet. But what did happen is I got finally tackled. More specifically, I let myself be tackled. You might wonder why. Well, I was very curious on what would happen if I got tackled by a small group of players, and that occasion just came along. Could they kill my Rockle realistically speaking? No. Could they kill my barges? Well, maybe. They could, yes. Did I assign all my drones to my Rockle as I was curious to see if I can go fight them on my own? Yes, I was really just curious if it could work. Considering the amount of drones and the amount of barges I had, it should work. But I almost lost my barge over this, and I'm not going to try this again. I panicked, saved my barge, and was totally toxic in my behavior, considering that I just panicked to save myself from what essentially is 4 people. And yeah, I'm sincerely sorry for doing this, but I really wanted to see what would happen. So I'm also kinda not sorry because it was really just a little experiment of mine. You know, sometimes you just get taken along a little experiment. Anyway, but this was also the most interesting part of what actually happened in the last week. Otherwise, my rock collection grew, netting me more theoretical ISK for when I eventually do liquidate the stockpile. In total, I mined this week a total of too much Bistot, too little Arcanor, and honestly, too few ISK. But it makes me happy because I make progress. I love my life. Anyway, week 3 I made 14.186 billion ISK of minerals. That is a lot. At least it would be a lot if the goal wasn't 220 billion ISK. That is for when I liquidate them. Do I by now have any clue how I want to liquidate them or how I can liquidate them apart from hoping that someone wants to buy this big of a rock collection? No, I don't. But that is a problem for future me. Not now, I don't have to deal with this problem. Until then, I will just keep collecting and think about future problems in the future. Instead, let's talk about how my rock collection is coming along in total. Anyway, in total this puts me to this much in items, which is quite a lot. I will just put this on my screen so you have an idea of how much even this little ISK truly is. And this makes me wonder, should I change my way of making this? Should I change my approach on how I'm tackling this problem? No, it is fine. It is actually going decently fine. But I'm most likely just going to accept that 14 billion ISK isn't really that little and be happy making quote-unquote just as much and not overdo it, just to not be too badly into it. My personal favorite is the fact that I have now 5 million units of Bistot. I originally joked I would farm a super carrier of Bistot. This is slowly turning into reality and it frankly frightens me. Anyway, in total this puts me to around 70 billion, including all the other items I want to sell, which is roughly 1/3 towards the Titan. But it still is quite a bit until we actually get there. I would normally really talk here more, but really this week wasn't too interesting. A new Bistot first rule was introduced in Goonstorm, which is actually a good thing. Because this means you now always have to mine Bistot first when you go into an anomaly, before you mine anything else. Which is, quite frankly, quite bad for some people, but very nice for me. Because it helps me with dealing with people who are cherry picking, because now it is illegal to cherry pick under death penalty. And that is really helpful to me. But what really matters is, do I want to expand my setup? No. Do I want to look into other ways to make ISK? Yes. But all of this has its time and place, and maybe this time and place is now. What I currently do is mining, and for that I use 1 Rockle, 8 mining barges of which 6 are Hulks, and 1 Sino. That is a lot of accounts. And as I keep reiterating, please don't do what I do. There's better ways to make ISK with less accounts, and if you have 10 accounts, the game really does become too stressful. You could really just buy Plex at that point. But I do it regardless. This doesn't necessarily make me look smart in this case, does it? But I want to expand and will most likely focus another video on that. I will make maybe next week, who knows, looking into PI, looking into another way to make ISK, maybe just on top of what I do right here. But my goal for next week is just touching the game again, because mine this much was very much a pain. But I think after 1 week of doing other things, I am fine again. I am, however, also regularly doing PvP fleets with my corp, and it is supposed to be a weekly occasion. It is something that I enjoy, and it is something that I think is really good for my corp as a whole, just as something to do. So I hope that by just slightly reducing my total farming time each week, I will also be more energetic when it comes to just spending time with you on stream, and also going out on adventures with other people. Let's just say I'm not the most professional here. I may have just managed to lock myself out of my own stream chat. Oops. It happens.
Okay, I'm back. Where
It
you
was
at?
1DQ still.
Okay, I'm jumping with you. Okay, I'm jumping with.
I just managed to do an oopsie. I just managed to break one of my... I really don't want to have that suffer just because of the amount of mining I do. And that is kind of something that I want to reconsider when it comes to how much I make each week. Because the numbers I got so far were kind of insane. Making 25 billion in a week is really nothing to snuff at. And it is really something that is kind of a big number. But I should maybe reconsider what I'm doing here and just kind of slow it down at least a bit and just pace it down. Just to make it a bit more healthy when it comes to lifestyle choices. But what do you guys think? What do you think I should do? If you have any ideas of things we could do, just write them in the comments, because my original hope of doing all of this farming at Titan just within 4 weeks, kinda has gone out of the window. So we have to turn this into a more realistic time frame, and admit that this will be a long-term project and not something that is done real fast by just being very dedicated behind it for some time. This will take long. This will take a long time, maybe 12 weeks, maybe longer. But it is something I have to admit, so tell me, what do you think we should do next? So tell me, what do you think should we do next to mining in the comments? And just go ahead. So tell me, what do you think should we do next to mining in the comments? So tell me what you think we should do next to mining in the comments, and I will take a look at them and actually read them just to kinda get a rough idea of what you guys want. But this is really everything for today, and I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you had some fun. And if you did, remember to leave a like, check out my other videos, and maybe even subscribe to my Patreon. And a big shout out to everyone who's supporting on Patreon, because that kinda means a lot to me, as this allows me to make videos like this. But this is everything for today, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!